Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of ChitChat Takeout. I'm your host, ZenPho.
I'm Meg.
And, what's new with you this week, Meg?
Well, first of all, we should be sounding a lot better.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
If not, we're blaming Meg, not me.
I get to blame you.
No, you do not get to blame me
So-
if we don't sound good this time. Last time, yes. This time, no.
So we did actually already record this week's podcast. That's why it's coming out super late.
Super late, like, Wednesday, we're thinking?
Wednesday. Yeah, that's the deadline that I have right now for getting it all edited. But yeah, the audio sucked super bad.
The audio was fine. The echo was not okay.
It was like ZenPho kept repeating himself every word. It was so bad.
Yes, that was my mistake. I accidentally left the mic on the laptop we were recording on as well. So, yeah, picked up everything I said from two mics
Yup.
and everything Meg said.
To my. Oh, it was super weird, but yeah. But we finally got our beautiful equipment, and yeah.
I don't know why she's trying to sound seductive over there. I do it better.
But yeah, we got the new equipment, so we just set it up today, and hopefully we should sound a lot better. So, hopefully, yeah, maybe we can. So tell us how we sound. That's what I'm pretty much trying to get to this point.
Yes, let us know what you think of the new sound. Let us know if there's any issues you pick up on that maybe we miss in editing or that we skip over because we don't feel like recording this again.
No, we don't. And we do know there is a slight echo. We are going to put up sound panels.
We have the sound panels, just nothing to hang them with.
Right. So we're going to put that up sometime this week. Hopefully for Friday's podcast episode. So,
Yes, should be.
But yeah, I got so the other news I got for this week is I got a tattoo over a couple weekends ago. So in accordance of the recording, I got a tattoo, and it's a little shape of a Mickey Mouse on my wrist and whatnot. So yeah.
It actually doesn't look that bad. I think I made a joke or two about it last time, but I don't remember what that joke was, and it wouldn't be funny if I did it again, so.
I think what happened was I said that you didn't want me to get another tattoo because of my pain. So I had originally said that I didn't think you wanted me to get another tattoo because of my pain tolerance. Because my cat had slapped her head against it the other day, so I was like...
No, if you don't have a good pain tolerance, I say get a better pain tolerance and keep fucking getting them.
So, but yeah, so this week, what are we going to talk about, ZenPho?
This week, me and you were talking about ideal video games.
Yes.
We got thinking, that's what the difference is.
What?
Never mind, we'll fix that later. We can cut that part. We got talking about some of our favorite video games, the ones we enjoy playing, and we got talking about what would be the perfect game in our eyes.
So some of my favorite video games was Assassin's Creed, and how they my favorite is Brotherhood, and I like it over 2, which everybody says is the best, is because you don't have to travel to different areas. It's all condensed into one nice area, and that's why I like it. I've been enjoying Valhalla. I have been neglecting it though. What I enjoy out of Valhalla is the different locations in there where I don't know what I'm gonna come across, but like each, I like the little mystery missions and stuff where you can like the other night I just walked up and ate some mushrooms, and all of a sudden I'm attacked by like 10 bears. So like I thought that was interesting of going. I like those kind of missions where yes, here's a marker, but I don't know what the mission's gonna entail. So but yeah, that was kind of some of my
Those are what your favorite games are, but
Right.
what is your ideal
So
video game?
my ideal video game was something that has a very intriguing storyline to it, but isn't very cinematic. Like I enjoy the Kingdom Hearts series because of the storyline of it, but I didn't care for 3 because it was so cinematic and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, 3 was pretty much. There were a few times in it where it was like you were just watching the movie over
Right.
again. I didn't care for that. I mean, I'm not a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, so but take that from where it comes from. But I
Right.
didn't like 3 at all.
So, and then definitely I would like an RPG. I do enjoy JRPGs, but I don't care for fetch quests. Like I think those are kind of dumb, but it is kind of entail of a JRPG and whatnot. So it's just kind of interesting. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So we're doing this after work too, so I'm kind of
We always do this after work, though.
true. But usually Friday I have a little bit more energy than Monday night. So
I have no energy Monday through Sunday.
so I'm trying to think. And I like good gameplay mechanics. Like I think Horizon Zero Dawn, I like the combat style in it and whatnot. And I was saying last time too that I like anything with a third person view in it, just not Skyrim, because I think the third person in there sucks. Um,
You are the minority, and I don't know. Like you, I think you have to play Skyrim again.
but yeah, eventually I will get to play Skyrim, but um, I don't know. I just need to replay it. I only got in a few hours of it when I had my 360, and I tried to like restarting the game and replaying it.
Well, you also played on 360 too. That's
Yeah.
a little.
It's not the most ideal probably game console to play on.
Actually, it came out in the 360 era.
Oh, it did. So, but was it the top-notch console to play on?
Well, that you mean you have your Xbox versus PlayStation
Right.
versus the PC Master Race thing going there. But yeah, that was
Right.
the console. One of that generation's consoles was the
Right.
360.
Uh, but hopefully I will be playing Skyrim on PC. So hopefully I'll get I will start vanilla and then we'll probably go into more DLC ish. Not DLC. Wow.
Yes, you will be playing the DLC too.
Go into more modded stuff. So
I don't care if you play Hearthfire or not. Hearthfire was a huge waste of fucking money, but you got to at least play Dragonborn.
okay. So ZenPho was your ideal.
Well, you still never said what your ideal game was.
told
You
you
just
what-
talked about your favorite games and what you liked about them.
I like an ideal game that encompasses everything I just talked about. In my favorite games, I like a RPG that has an intriguing storyline that is not very cinematic, but it is cinematic in its own way. So, not I like interactive cinematics. I don't like cinematics where I'm just watching a movie. Like The Last of Us, I think it's a very cinematic game. Like
So you want cinematics at the point where it's like you have options within it, like you get a dialogue tree or
dialogue trees or real time events, and like I kind of like Detroit Become Human because I like the different things you could have done, and that's a very cinematic game. Um, so yeah, if I can play in the cinematic section of it, like just don't take me out of the video game. Like constantly have me do stuff in the game, and then I like
to a point. I get that. Like I don't mind cutscene cinematics where it's like your characters are running from a boulder for a couple seconds. To set up what's coming.
So I don't mind them right out of boss fights, especially if you're playing on a hard difficulty, because I find that if you're playing a hard difficulty and you're going through the algorithm of that, like yeah, you kind of you want a break from that, so you want the cinematic movie style thing, but not every 5 seconds. I don't want like a movie scene and.
Oh no, but like going into a boss battle or something, like if they do like a close up of the boss,
Right.
giving a speech or doing the evil
Right.
thing that the boss does.
Right. Um, and then I like, you know, if I'm gonna go to a point on a map, I don't want to know what it's about. I just want to know that that point is there. You can categorize it, but I don't want to know about it until I get there.
So like afterwards, would you be okay if it's marked on your map?
Yeah, I'd be fine if it's like, oh, this is where you know, pile rocks, because that's one of the things you do in Valhalla. Um, I did mention in the past recording was that I didn't care about the error that Valhalla takes in it. I'm just not a huge Norse mythology person. I rather do Greek mythology.
And I say that's fucking blasphemy.
I'm sorry. I grew up with more Greek and Latin and stuff, so I don't know. Like I find it to be a very fun game. I do like playing the dice game a lot. I think that's very fun to do. Um and ZenPho is just incurring the hours I have played the dice game. But I don't know, just something about it just doesn't intrigue me that much. I'd rather have, you know, the Japanese Assassin's Creed game that we've been asking since day one.
I don't know who the we is in there because it wasn't me.
Some of the Assassin's Creed community has been asking for that for a while.
It wouldn't make a really whole lot of sense though.
No.
Considering the fact that it's Middle Eastern / Western civilizations that are assassins and Templars.
They do have the China assassin. I kind of want them to go more down that route.
But is that considered canon or is that just?
Yeah, that's canon. According to the Ezio last movie and
Ezio last movie.
Yeah, so there was like a little like probably 30-minute movie of the last days of Ezio where the Chinese assassin comes and meets him.
I don't know this movie.
It's a very good movie.
The only Assassin's Creed movie I know about is. Which, again, I don't think crapshoot is the right word, because I think it was done poorly, but I think it could have been really. I know a lot of people had issues with the way they did the animus in it.
The animus, and I didn't care. So the whole stitch about the animus is that it's supposed to translate for you when you're in there, like, and whatnot. But the whole half of the fucking movie was in that foreign language, and I don't even remember now.
But I think the premise was that was an older version of what we know of as the animus.
I kind of wish that wasn't.
Well, you just don't like subtitles.
I don't like subtitles. I do admit that, but
I think it's Assassin's Creed 2 where they do talk about how the old animus did not translate.
Yeah, I guess. I don't like that. I just don't like the movie. I don't think it's a very good movie. I don't like how they implemented it. I don't.
No, I think they the direction was shit, but I think that it had potential to be a good movie.
Right. No, I did too.
Like I can still watch it, and there are things in it that I can see that I would enjoy if it was done better.
And ZenPho and I have been talking about this. I think I wonder how I'd feel if I hadn't been such a big fan of the Assassin's Creed series beforehand.
Right, like if you went in not knowing anything about Assassin's Creed, would you still think it was a shit movie, or would you think it was something half decent?
Right, and then I don't know about that. Sorry, is I'm not sure how I would feel about that because of I have a hard time setting aside my feelings when I watch shows like that are based off things I already watch, like the Wings Club series on Netflix. I had a hard time watching it because I was like,
How are you ever gonna do the insert bleep here?
No idea how I'm gonna do that.
It's like, 'cause there's a lot of them that you really care about that you're gonna have to tear apart.
Yes, and there will be some that I want to tear apart and cannot because I will be on the other defending side.
But I will be going over those script, like those notes, and be
Right.
like, no, you can't. You got to be meaner, or you got to be nicer. It's your job to be nicer.
Right. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna kind of go as I go with that. But yeah. Back to what I was saying about the Assassin's Creed stuff was that, yeah. So I would like an Asian style game.
Dun, 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 dun.
So
Also, you got to think they're all based off Desmond's ancestry, and Desmond doesn't have.
actually, that's not entirely true.
Okay,
Eivor and Cassandra don't fall under that
Eivor does.
Eivor does?
Yeah.
I didn't think Eivor does.
Yes, Eivor does.
Okay, well, Cassandra did not fall under that
No,
category.
Cassandra didn't. Which I still want to know how anybody got her DNA.
Actually, I take that back. It might be because she was one of the first assassins, and Desmond is supposed to be coming from a very long line of assassins.
It could be, but how did anybody get her DNA for the Animus?
They found the staff, and shit, I didn't think about that.
Because you need the person's DNA to use the Animus.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's a very good question. I actually think it was some donor. I think someone donated. So I think Cassandra did donate, or her DNA was stolen by the Templars. And that was how, because
Talk about 1 in a billion chance of getting,
if I remember correctly, the girl had gotten, or am I thinking Bayak? Shit, I'm thinking about Bayak. Never mind, I take everything back. I have no idea. I'll have to do more research on that.
I say, because Cassandra, I mean, 1, why would she have been that stupid?
Right.
She knew that there was ways to track people with blood.
And there was also things. So when you first started out the game, it's like, which sibling do you want to play? Do you want to play Alexios or do you want to play Cassandra? And so I gotta wonder if they had Alexios / Cassandra's blood, and because they were somehow related.
Yeah, that's still a weird. Because wouldn't Alexios technically be the main character, like, canonically?
Yeah.
Because at some point they had a kid with a woman, which Cassandra cannot do.
I'm not sure if it is Cassandra. I think it is Cassandra who's canon in the bigger lore of it, but
there is that one glaring detail though.
So in the DLC, so that's a DLC pack.
Which DLCs are canon?
Right. There's one spot where it's just super weird of her having a kid, but she's been gone for several months, and this kid is like barely off her tit.
With another woman.
No, with a man. No. Yeah. Did you play it? Because I did.
I've watched the videos.
No.
And you've told me, yes.
No, it's a guy that she's with. If you're playing as Alexios,
oh, wait,
you
no,
have a female.
no, yeah. No, you're right. The issue was that it was a guy, and she had a kid she didn't know about.
Right. The kid was barely off her tit. Like, the kid is not even that old when you first meet him.
Right. And again, you're first meeting your kid after he's a few months old.
Right. So, I think that DLC is supposed to be canon to Alexios, but I don't think the whole game is supposed to be canon to Cassandra.
Why do I think there's bias in there? You just really want Cassandra to be...
I really do. I don't know. Like, there was a lot of controversy when that DLC came out because people were like, why would this happen? Like, this doesn't even make any sense. And I think Ubisoft planted it so that you would have the kid, but there would be different outcomes to it. I don't know.
There are a lot better ways that.
I know. This
Like
whole
it wouldn't have been that
DLC.
hard to write a 2 second bit where Cassandra's pregnant for again 2 seconds, and then later on she's with the kid.
That whole DLC is kind of like a red herring in the whole series. To be honest, I find it. I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to continue on the lineage because Cassandra or whoever, Lexios, it's going to be immortal forever. So they were trying to make it so that the lineage would still go on. I get what they were trying to do. Like, they were trying to make the canon work, but the canon wasn't working because they were using Cassandra as the main pro tag, but then fucked up the gender swapping in the DLC.
Well, I just think it's because Alexios is supposed to be.
I
canonic.
don't think so, because for
some reason, I think this is just hopeful thinking that you have.
Well, no, because I think there is a part in Valhalla, in the real world, where they say Cassandra's staff. They don't say Alexios' staff.
But that could also just be going off because of your previous save data. It can see that.
No.
It could be.
It could be, but I don't think so. Usually, all the other Assassin's Creed have not been off your base.
Or it could be based off. Do you choose to play as the male or the female on that one?
Yeah.
That would require testing for us to discover.
Yeah.
Or research that I'm too tired to fucking do.
Yeah, we're not gonna do it tonight. You never told us what your ideal video game was.
Oh, my ideal video game, yeah.
I've been going on and on
That's
about
true.
Assassin's
So Meg's ideal video game is Assassin's Creed. Just Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
My ideal video game, when I started talking about this, I started writing down, excuse me, dry throat. I started writing down, what my favorite games were, what I liked about them. And it got me thinking, I want an RPG that functions like a TRPG, but with better graphics. Because I'm a huge fan of, Cyberpunk, if anyone who's ever watched any of our other episodes knows. That's one of my favorite games. I'm a fan of Skyrim and the entire Elder Scrolls series. I've played them all multiple times and will again. And I'm a huge fan of Dungeons and Dragons and other tabletop games. So I would love an Elder Scrolls game that functions like a tabletop game, where you can, literally, the story is randomized. Never the same story twice type deal. The issue with that is there is no AI that is able to generate something like that.
Now I remember this conversation. I actually forgot what your thing was. Even though it's only been a couple days since we did
I forgot what my thing was too until we started talking. That's why I was letting you ramble.
Oh, I see. But yeah, I remember us talking about this. So there is a thing called AI Dungeon. It's just not very good.
No, I mean it's funny as hell.
Oh, it's funny as hell, but it doesn't.
It's also text based.
Yes.
I'm thinking 30 years down the line.
Right.
Full 3D animation, possibly VR, with an AI that controls the story and changes it as you make decisions.
And I remember a conversation that I went down the realm of Sword Art Online. I know Sword Art Online is a shitty anime, blah, blah, blah.
And we just got demonetized.
So...
Wait, we're not monetized, are we? Okay, keep talking about it.
So what I was saying is apparently the second world there, Alfheim, does take a database of Norse mythology and generates quests out of the information it's given. And I think that'd be kind of cool if, there was a online database that an AI
There is. It's called Google.
No, what I'm saying is that there's a game based off that AI database.
Right. Yeah, something like that, except on a much larger scale.
Right.
Like I said, I'm thinking like 30 years into the future,
Right,
maybe
yeah.
more. For
It's gonna be a while before something is.
it might never happen.
Right.
It could be absolutely impossible, and I'm overthinking it. I don't know. I don't know much about AI programming.
Right. See, I wouldn't mind just a. I wouldn't mind a sort of online game. Give me that, I'll be happy.
There are a lot of those.
I know. No, I'm talking like full on. You put the helmet on, you go to sleep, and you're.
Then you die.
I'm talking about the second iteration of that. I don't.
You put the helmet on, you go to sleep, that board just skewers you as soon as you log in, and you stop breathing. God, how many people died before that?
Oh, it was like in the thousands. I don't remember.
Before it was actually declared that they couldn't log out?
Yeah, it was like 2,000 or something like that. Because there was 10,000 players who logged in that day. I think it was 2,000 before the Kaiba had stood up and been like, "Hey, this is what's going on."
That's kind of rude, don't you think? I mean, if you're gonna put people in, like, even the Saw guy there, or Jigsaw, that's his name, Jigsaw. He let people know they were playing a game.
So the whole thing was that he wanted the world to seem as real as possible. So he got everybody to log in, and as soon as everybody started getting logged in and figure out they couldn't log out, that was when he started summoning people to the main square and announced, "Hey, if you try to take your helmet off, you die. If you die in the game, you die."
But he should have had it programmed so it was after his speech, or just before his speech.
Well, if you started logging out, I mean,
Who?
because a lot of people were logging out because it was getting close to dinner time.
That's what I mean. So just as soon as people log in, have them get the speech given to them.
Right. No, I get what you're saying.
That way it's at least fair. They know that they're up against a challenge. You know, it's not.
Well,
maybe don't just charge that boar with a stick.
I think he just wanted chaos and he got what he wanted. So.
I don't know. I know supposedly he has some kind of fucking ending, but I never saw the. This isn't the place to talk about that.
No,
maybe another time.
Well, we might talk about that in an anime episode if I ever get the chance to do that. But
you can have that chance whenever you want.
I know. If you don't know, we're actually missing an episode in our lineup, and that was a big mistake day. It wasn't just a big mistake day. It was just a day that ZenPho and I just had some reflection about the channel and stuff. But that's gonna be a different episode as well. So
right. That was one of those where, like, the Echo one, we technically could have used. It would have been really fucking annoying. That episode, the time before that, though, there was just no
recovering it. The one with the Echo, we had a lot of fun recording that. Like, I was like in tears at the end of the episode, laughing my ass off because I don't know if he's gonna be able to pull it again today, but ZenPho just ripped a new one on the podcast.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Maybe we could salvage that. Can we salvage that?
I might be able to.
If you can try, just see if you can salvage the fart, and we'll put it in right here. If you didn't hear it, then obviously we couldn't salvage it. I also want to apologize for how loud my mic was at the beginning of this. I forgot to turn it back down.
We're still in testing phases.
Yeah, we're still testing out some new equipment.
My stomach's saying no things to me right now. We had a McDonald's tonight, so.
And the funny thing is, I can see the screen that tells us what the volume is. Meg has the adjustments over towards her, though. We need a bigger space to set up. Someday.
We got what we got, okay?
You got what you got. I got plans.
Oh.
I got things.
Is it requiring me to buy a new table?
Possibly.
Shit. This table is meant for kitchen purposes only, not meant for a podcast situation.
I also think it's meant to be on a solid floor, not a carpet.
Yeah.
It's a little wobbly on a carpet. But anyways, yeah. So no, my ideal game is a completely randomly generated 3D, possibly virtual reality game run by an AI.
So you want to sort of online game?
No. No. We are not putting those words in ZenPho's mouth. All right, folks, that's about all the time we have for
my
this
stomach's talking
episode.
back and
Yeah, Meg's got to go shit. So we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you all for watching. If you like this episode, go ahead, give us a like. If you disliked it, go ahead, give us a dislike. Tell us why. Or, yeah, tell us why you didn't like it. And while you're at it, go ahead and tell us, what are your thoughts? What's your ideal video game out there? Best video game you think could exist that doesn't already exist. No cop-outs. Bye.
Bye.